welcome back to Tiger Sports Report, where we talk about all things Bay sports. I'm Case Medlock, and I'm joined by
Heinrich Wright.
Talk about some of our Lady Tiger volleyball standouts.
Joining us today in the studio are a couple of incredible athletes, Sarah and Divine, from our Lady Tiger volleyball team, who just wrapped up an amazing run all the way to the state championship, where they finished as runners-up after an unforgettable season. We're going to talk with both of them about their journey, the hardest moments, and what it was like competing at the highest level.
Then later on in the show, a few of our very own TSR crew members will join us for some college football talk to break down the latest playoff rankings, debating which team deserve a spot and giving the picks who we think will win it all.
It's going to be a fun episode packed with energy, school spirit, and sports talk from every angle, so stick around. And for now, we're going to kick things off with our Lady Tiger volleyball team. Welcome to the Tiger Sports Report.
Oh, hi.
Sarah, how would you say you first got involved in the sport? What keeps you to play it?
My dad and mom definitely motivate me on and off the court to strive to be my best, and that's why I keep playing.
I got into it kind of myself, and then I just had a lot of support from my mom and my dad going on through my 7th grade till 12th grade year.
How do you feel about the outcome of this season?
I am so proud of my team. We hadn't made it that far in 32 years, so I'm very proud of how far we came. And obviously, we came up a little short, but I wouldn't do it any other way with any other team, so I'm very proud of us.
Yeah, we definitely started off not as strong, but then we ended up really good, so we made up for it. And yeah, the chemistry definitely helped us.
Divine, this being your senior season, your last season of volleyball, how would you say you came into it? Like, how did you view it?
I just knew since this is going to be my last year playing for Broken Arrow, I just had to really just put it all out on the court every single time I was going there, and just worked hard every single practice and every single game, and just also, most importantly, I just wanted to make sure I had a lot of fun my last year and just bond with everybody before it's my last game.
How did the team grow this season through challenges and setbacks?
So actually our first game we went 0-3. So we just had to really focus on the little things that we were struggling on and improve every single time at practice, and then you'd put it into games and incorporate it all. And then just over the summer we were also practicing and going to games and tournaments and stuff like that. And so just going from, July till the state tournament, there's a lot of things we worked on to get us where we were.
Yeah, we practiced a lot, and there were a lot of people who got injured over the season, so we had to practice different things. But every time, no matter what we did, it always worked out.
What would you say are some moments of the season that will stand out to you?
Some moments of the season that stood out to me are the Branson team camp, because we had a lot of fun and we won a lot of games. And then definitely state, just getting that far was really fun.
Obviously state for sure. Playing at the state championship with such a big school, it was really cool. And then also for me, senior night, it was super emotional, but it was a really, really good game, and it was just nice being around everyone and being recognized and stuff.
What are some of the interesting dynamics on the team?
Our chemistry and just the way we bond with each other, I feel like that's something we have that a lot of teams don't have. Everyone is friends with each other. There's not any animosity among anybody. It's just genuine with everybody, and everyone can just get along with each other. And then, but we also know when it's time to lock in and get serious. So I think that's something that we do really good.
Yeah, we all actually hang out outside of volleyball too. So it's not just at practice that we see each other. So we're hanging out double basically.
How would you say, volleyball is such a fast-paced, heavy team sport? How do you keep that communication through a game?
Definitely just being loud and talking with a lot of people. Volleyball is just a lot of momentum game, and you can have all the skills, but momentum and stuff just is super big. So just making sure that you're, putting your team before yourself and thinking of others before yourself. Yeah.
And definitely whenever we're down in points, we always make sure to keep our energy up, and we always stay happy for each other no matter what happens.
Who would you guys say has helped you the most throughout your career?
My coach, Kinsey Newland, she's been my coach since 7th grade, and she's just always been there to support me, even if I'm not feeling my best. She's always been there to lift me up.
How do you bounce back after a tough loss?
Um, so if we just played a game and we did lose or we did something we didn't do good, we just go into the next practice with a clear mindset. Our last game was Union and we had lost to them, and that was our second game we lost this season. So next practice, we really had a lot to like soak in and like focus on, especially before state. So just making sure you come with a clear mindset and not dwelling on the past because it's already what's done is done. Just move on and get better.
Do you guys have any rituals? Favorite snack before a game, favorite song to listen to?
Before the games, every morning I usually go and get McDonald's pancakes.
Okay. Divine.
Actually, I don't have any before ritual games, surprisingly, but I do love a good Red Bull. I will have a good Red Bull.
If you could give any advice to younger players, what would that be?
I would say just to not give up, and even if something isn't going your way, it'll all work out in the end.
I would definitely say to not find your identity in your sport because it can be quite hard, but work hard to get where you want to be and don't compare yourself to other people because you don't know what they're doing to be where they are. So just focus on yourself and just like enjoy the process even through like hard times or like the good times. Just enjoy it.
Where do you guys see your volleyball career going next?
So as a senior right now, I'm actually in the recruiting process to play in college. I don't want to go D1. I'm talking to a lot of D2 schools, so I'm just trying to narrow down my options to like where I want to go, especially because I want to do something in the med field. So just making sure I have a healthy balance between like sport life and then like studying and stuff because it's going to be really rigorous for me after this year.
I definitely want to play college volleyball, but I just don't know if I want to do beach or indoor yet. But yeah, it also depends on my major and everything.
What is the best piece of advice a coach has ever gave you?
Last year, one of my coaches always told me whenever I made a mistake, she just said to keep moving forward and that it's in the past and not get my head wrapped around my past mistakes.
I would say the best advice I've gotten is to not be super hard on myself because volleyball is like a game of mistakes and everyone's going to make it. And so just don't beat down on myself and then don't get frustrated at my teammates if like they do something and I'm like, oh my gosh, just like have fun because if you don't have fun, then you're not really doing what you want in your sport.
What's a moment throughout your volleyball career that really tested your mental strength?
I would say at state when we were playing Edmond Memorial for the last round, they had won state 3 times in a row, and they did have 2 D1 commits, and one of them was Texas A&M, and I am 5'9", and she's 6'3", so it was definitely mentally hard to like be there and like really try and like get out of my like zone and stuff, but it was fine. Like I did okay.
There was a victory game and they kept serving it to me every single time. And I was really in my head about it, but then my coach just kept being supportive. And then we ended up winning, so it's okay.
What's one lesson volleyball has taught you that you'll carry for the rest of your life?
I would say that it doesn't define me as a person, and I'm more than just what I do. Like, it doesn't really matter. And that, yeah, I have a personality and everything outside of just volleyball.
It's definitely taught me that I am very hardworking and that I can do stuff if I really put my mind to it. And then definitely a lot about like teams and like bonding and friendships and just how to like bond with people and stuff like that.
What is your guys' favorite memory from volleyball?
My favorite memory from volleyball, I would say, has to be our Branson camp this year. We were all downstairs and it was like 9 or 10 p.m. And we were playing Granny and our coach came down and told us to keep it quiet because we were being loud and everyone was sleeping. But it was fun because we were all like in the dark and stuff.
I would also say Branson because we got Brahms and Chili's, and it was just really good. And we also won a lot of volleyball, so.
And congrats on Divine for being named second all conference. How do you feel getting awarded that?
I feel very good. I loved that I was recognized for that. I didn't even know until I saw the Instagram post, so it was nice.
We've learned a lot about your seasons and your roles on the team. Now, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll learn more about you off the court and what goals you're working toward next. Stay tuned.
Hey Tiger fans, this year Broken Arrow is going cashless for all home varsity games.
That means all tickets are sold through GoFan. No paper tickets needed.
Debit and credit cards are still accepted at the gate.
But we still encourage you to download the GoFan app.
Have your tickets on your phone before you arrive so you can get through the gates faster.
And don't worry, our BA ticketing team will activate your ticket at the gate.
This is the fast way to get in and skip the lines.
Remember to have your tickets ready on your phone.
Go cashless and see you at the game.
Hello and welcome back to Tiger Sports Report. We're now diving into some more questions to get to know our Lady Tigers off the court.
How do you guys stay dedicated to your sport while balancing responsibilities in your outside life?
I would just say a lot of discipline and knowing what I need to do, when I need to do it, and not putting it off and procrastinating so I know it gets done.
I always make myself a checklist for after school and after work of the schoolwork that needs to be done that night.
What is one subject or career you're interested in learning about after high school?
After high school, I want to learn more about criminology and forensics.
After high school, I want to do biology so that I can become an anesthesiologist.
How would you guys say you've grown as leaders on or off the court?
For me, a lot of assistant coaches have told me just as a senior just to be there for the underclassmen and be mature on the court, help everyone out, build each other up, and be a good teammate for everyone.
I have definitely gotten louder and expressed more energy, I guess, on the court because I used to be really quiet. So that's definitely helped me become more of a leader.
What's one thing you hope people remember about your team this year?
I just hope people remember our good chemistry on and off the court because that's a really important factor in volleyball.
I also second that. I hope everyone remembers our chemistry and how good of a teammate and friends we were with each other. And then also that we were really good. So, yeah.
We really appreciate you guys sharing your journey with us. Before we let you go, we're going to do some rapid fire questions. We're going to ask you a bunch of quick questions, and you just give us the first thing that pops in your head.
What is your favorite food or snack?
My favorite food would probably be tacos.
Sushi.
What's your go-to song right now?
Ooh.
Quick.
I actually have no clue.
Silver Springs by Fleetwood Mac.
That's good.
What is your favorite movie or TV show?
On my block.
I like regular show.
Are you guys a morning person or a night owl?
Night
owl.
Dream vacation spot?
I really want to go to Jamaica
I
or
wanna-
Brazil.
I want to go somewhere in the mountains.
If you guys could have any superpower, what would you have?
Telepathy.
Invisibility.
That was a lot of fun. Thank you, Sarah and Divine, for hanging out with us today and sharing your insights of the season. We loved hearing about your journey, your teamwork, and what it takes to compete at your level. Next, we will break down the latest college football playoff rankings, debating which teams deserve a spot, and give their picks for who they think they will take it all. Stay tuned.
Oh, I got my order wrong.
This is me, Jessica. And this is
Jessica?
not my coffee. And my friend said, oh, wait, Quick Trip. And she said, you don't have to tell me your name. Please, serve yourself. And I was all, oh, then this happened.
Yeah, someone stole my drink.
That's how I learned Quick Trip has lattes on tap. And I will never have to tell a barista my name again. Quick Trip, raise your coffee bar.
Welcome back, Tiger fans. Now it's time to switch gears and talk about some of the latest action in college football. Joining us for this segment are two of our very own TSR crew members,
Trey Island, Nathaniel Braid.
They've been following the games closely, and today we're going to get their thoughts on which teams deserve a spot in playoffs and why. So now, let's jump in.
Trey. Ohio State is ranked number 1, but I personally think they have the best defense in the nation.
Yeah, by far, their defenses look great throughout all the competition they've played and through the not-so-good teams they've played. I do think that there are some other defenses that are up there, like the Aggies' defense and even OU's defense. Their defenses look good through the games they've played, and they've played sometimes a harder schedule than what Ohio State has.
Do you think that they should be ranked number 1?
I think that there's an argument for them to go down, but I also think that the Aggies. I think that Texas A&M should be number one. They've played by far the hardest schedule this year. Lots of ranked teams, close games, and even blowout games.
I, for one, think Texas A&M is number one team in the nation.
Really?
NCAA, number one team. I think they have a real schedule. They're number one in SEC, which is it's the SEC, but number one, like they're just the best. Indiana and Ohio State, I get the argument for it, but they haven't played real competition like Texas A&M has. They've had a real rigid schedule that like not a lot of teams in the country can compete through and stay undefeated through.
Do y'all think that Heisman or the quarterback can make a Heisman run?
I think he can make a late Heisman run, but I don't think he'll be a Heisman winner. I think he could be a Heisman finalist if he really pushes for it.
Mendoza?
Julian Sand.
Texas A&M quarterback.
Marcel Reed, I don't think he has the numbers to do it. Heisman, anyone could win it, I think.
It is very up in the air, I would say, this year especially.
Yeah, there hasn't been one just super dominant quarterback like there usually has these past few years. There's been a lot of good quarterbacks, but no one that just exceeds all expectations that they had coming into the year. I mean, there's been a few. Mendoza, the Indiana quarterback, he's looked great. He's played really well, led some really good drives, especially against Penn State. That game-winning drive that he led was just excellent.
Do you think Alabama's quarterback is better?
I think that Ty Simpson has a case for Heisman, but I personally have Mendoza over him.
I would probably take Ty Simpson over Mendoza for Heisman. However, I agree with Trey. Julian Sand's my favorite.
I think Ty Simpson could upset the Heisman and win it.
I could see that too, though.
Really?
He's really got to perform. He's got to win this game against Oklahoma. He's got to push it. Like every it's so up in the air that the guys who really want to win it, they have to play their best football in these final weeks.
Do you think he'll perform the same he has consistently over this past season, playing against arguably the best defense in college football, the Oklahoma Sooners?
It's going to be really hard. It's not going to be easy at all.
Yeah, I agree. It's not going to be easy. The schedule, there's OU, and then there's some other not so as high tier competition as OU. So I think that if he can perform as well as he has been against OU and then just continue to put up good numbers for the rest of the season, I think that he might jump to Heisman favorite.
I think that Ty Simpson's Heisman moment is against OU. If he doesn't perform, I think he's out of the race, and I think that's a real possibility.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of variables in there, though, because Oklahoma's injury report just came out, and R. Mason Thomas is listed as questionable. And he's their leading pass rusher.
Mm-hmm.
So if he doesn't play, then, and if Jaden Jackson, who's a starting defensive tackle, doesn't play, if the pass rush isn't present, Ty Simpson could have that game because he has one of the best offensive lines around him.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think if Ty doesn't perform as well as he could, do you think Alabama could still win that game?
I can take that one. I don't think so. I don't think the defense is really good enough to do it compared to OU's defense, and they just don't have a good run game. Whereas OU, their offense in general is mediocre, but we saw last week their defense through the first 3 quarters put up more yards than the offense, and the offense played like crap, and they still won the game. So,
do you think John Mateer's Heisman talk's officially over?
Yes.
After the injury and coming back from injury and having a really poor game, yeah. And I think if he's not 100% in this game against Alabama, it could be close.
For an Oklahoma quarterback to win the Heisman, they have to play great against Texas, and Mateer simply did not do that.
That's what
I think he's
everybody
out
looks
after
at.
that game.
Absolutely.
I think that thumb injury really screwed his chances. I think before the thumb injury, he can make a deep run for the Heisman and potentially lead his team to a Rose Bowl or a deep playoff run.
Potentially.
But I think your quarterback keep wiping blood off his pants every quarter. You need to let him heal first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was my Heisman favorite before the Texas game, before his thumb injury came out. He was my personal Heisman favorite. I really liked what he was doing and how that OU offense was looking. It looked solid at some times, but it looked excellent at others. And he was just my personal Heisman favorite. And then the thumb injury and the production dropped off, and he missed the week, and it just was. It didn't look as good.
He has a lot to make up for the rest of the season to solidify himself as a good quarterback. But I just think his Heisman chances are already out the window. No one on the committee is going to look at him anymore.
do you think that Oklahoma has a chance to win a couple playoff games, or do you think they will make the playoffs?
Personally, I don't have Oklahoma in the playoffs. I don't see it.
Whoa.
Neither do I.
It is upsetting, but that's just
I have them winning out. I have Texas losing out because they have Georgia, and then they have Texas has another team on their schedule as well. That's a tough.
They have
ranked opponent.
A&M.
It's A&M. There you go. So Georgia and A&M. I have them losing out. I think Georgia could drop to Georgia Tech, but I don't think it's likely. I think Oklahoma can get not an auto bid, but a buy-in.
I personally think that Georgia Tech will beat Georgia. I think that Georgia Tech quarterback,
Haynes King,
he's looked really good. He's in my top 5 for a Heisman finalist. And a lot of other professionals, he's up there. He's looked really good with the Georgia Tech offense, which hasn't been extremely productive. It's looked good at times, and other times it's been kind of low. But I think that Georgia Tech could also make a playoff run if they win the ACC.
Do you think, if I'm not mistaken, Georgia's quarterback is Gunnar Stockton?
Yes.
Do you think he can perform as well as he needs to do to beat Texas? I understand their record with Texas last season is 2-0. Like they beat Texas twice. Do you think he can still perform like that?
It's going to be close. That Texas defense is also a very solid unit, and I think that he might be able to perform. It just kind of depends on how Texas's offense runs through. Because if the offense is not on the field as much as they need to be, then he's just going to pick apart the defense. He'll get used to it. He'll find the weak spots, and I think that he can perform under certain circumstances.
I don't see the hype in him. I think that the running game will have to be what leads Georgia to victory.
Yeah. Do you think they have a national championship, Odd?
Georgia? Probably not.
They're not really up there for me.
I don't think they have the momentum to push themselves up there.
I think going back to the top 12 or top 15, whatever you want to call it, I think that a bunch of teams have potential, but potential doesn't mean anything. Like Oklahoma came in, I think as an Oklahoma fan, they're personally overrated. Yeah, they have the best D-line in the SEC, but D-line can only take you so far. And with Brian Thomas being out, and it's just a lot of things can combine to stack losses against Oklahoma. I think if we perform perfectly, we have a chance to beat Alabama. And if we beat them, we can beat Mizzou and then LSU because they're both home games. This is our last away game of the season.
Yeah. I agree. I think you explained that perfectly.
Who are some of your guys' teams that you think that don't look the best, but you think can make a late playoff run, sneak in there?
Really, I think I'm going to stick with Georgia Tech there. I think that they can make that playoff run. It just kind of depends on how they play in their last few games. They have their last few games. They play Boston College, Pittsburgh, and Georgia. Yeah. 22 ranked Pittsburgh. I think if they win that and they win against Georgia, I think that they have almost a definite chance to get that at like 12 to 10 seed in there.
Mm-hmm. There's a team that came into the season 0-2 with a highly ranked running back. What about Notre Dame?
Notre Dame is always favored by the committee. I think they'll clutch, either 12 through 9 spot. I think Notre Dame will be in the playoffs just because of how much the committee loves them. They are a good football team, yes, but I think what gets them in is the love by the committee.
What do you think?
I think they have it.
I don't see it with Notre Dame. I think they'll give it to an SEC school before they give it to Notre Dame. I think if all chaos breaks out in the SEC, then SEC teams got it.
Well, that's a wrap for today's episode of the Tiger Sports Report. We hope you enjoyed catching up on the latest and greatest from our student athletes and T-Star crew.
Be sure to follow us on social media at BAHS Tigers for all the latest student-produced content and at BA Tiger Sports to stay up on everything Tiger athletics. Until next time, go Tigers!
Go Tigers!